Well, you had to do it the hard way again. What was your assessment of that performance?
Same as. You know, week in, week out, we're making it hard for ourselves. We're winning, and I suppose that's the positive. But you know, we're not hitting the straps yet, and you know, we're not playing with fluency and the rhythm and the momentum that we're looking for, and it's a little disappointing. There were some things when we did, and we executed the plan, and then we got the desired result. But we're so inconsistent. You know, we're poor, and you know, again, we let a few too many points in for my liking as well on soft, sloppy tries. But that's where we're at. And I keep trying to freshen it up, and I keep asking questions and trying to look for the right formula. I ain't quite got it right yet, and I'll keep looking until I do, because you know, there's teams like Lee who are racking up 60 points to 0 today, I believe, and getting ready for, you know, the big games that they're coming up, and yet we're struggling and not playing well. And people keep saying, but you'll be right for when the big games come. I'd like to be right before we get the big games, you know. So yeah, I'm disappointed, as I said last week, the week before, the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. So, but you'd rather be disappointed in winning than disappointed in losing. So a lot of work to do, you know. And we've got to come back here on Wednesday night, and we've got to dig it out again and grind out a performance and grind out a win. But it'll click one day when they start believing in what we're talking about, and we've got a settled team, because again, it's one of them, isn't it, that, you know, we're not settled and we ain't got the right formulas out there. So when we get the formulation right, then we'll get a bit of consistency. That's what we're hoping for.
Red card obviously had a big bearing on what happened in the second half. Did you get a view of it?
I'm filthy with it, because at the end of the day, the last thing you want going into a double game this week is to be down to 12 men for 60 minutes. And we were. Was it a sending off? No, I think it would have been harsh. But I think that also that, you know, we don't need to retaliate. We don't need to get involved in that. We're in control of the game. So, you know, it's a disappointment from Missy to come up with that. But, you know, the game's slow, boring, rubbish to watch, and not enjoyable. And again, there's certain reasons why it isn't enjoyable to watch, and that's probably the frustration that's coming out of us in a team as well.
And for Missy, who's got 2 tries away in that first half, to end the half like that was desperately disappointing for him on his return to the side. Yeah,
and obviously he had last week off with a bit of a strain and that, so yeah, for him to get start off like he did and get a couple of tries, and then hey, he could have possibly got an hat-trick, couldn't he? But to get sent off, it disappoints me, because to get sent off for something like that is nothing, and it's disappointing. But we'll be having that conversation, me and Missy, and that'll be a nice conversation. But you know, it's out of my hands now. You know, could we lost Missy Telepapa for some of these big games? There's potential, I suppose.
I think you had to look at now every member of your squad in action. You any closer, really? Is it coming together in any way?
Definitely not. I'm any closer to... Listen, I'm starting to go grey. The grey truth I talked about, aren't I? I keep shaving them out, but yeah, no. You know, I've just been sat in there racking my brain to see what I'm going to do on Wednesday, sorry, for the game. Throw a few, throw the name tags up in the air, see where they come down, and that's where we're at. But, you know, the thing is, I suppose if I'm taking people out, dropping people, they can't knock me down and ask why if they're honest enough, because they'll know, because there's nobody really grabbing them shirts and saying, I'm having this. So, you know, there's 1 or 2, but, you know, there's not enough of them, and 17-man game, and you need 17 men to play well.
Young Ollie Roberts came in. What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was a good start for him. You know, he hadn't had a lot of rugby so far, so he's a bit rusty in that. I thought, you know, he popped his nose through the line a couple of times. Defensively, looked good. So yeah, I think he's one that's going to be added value to us. But you know, when young players are coming in like that, then it's up to the senior players to mould them and look after them. And we're not playing well enough for kids like that to shine. I suppose if we are, it would probably shine a little bit more.
And Wednesday, another game coming up in quick succession, and then obviously the game against Featherstone on Monday. Changes again, one would assume, with obviously missing.
Well, probably we'll still get Missy for Wednesday, won't we? So, you know, do we use him as much as we can until if he does get banned? There's no guarantee that he'll get banned, because there was nothing in it. He ought to get. I think in football they give free kicks away for diving and things like that, don't they? Or penalties and that. So he's played the game. Misses out of order, but yeah, you know, we'll use Missy on Wednesday and get the most out of it we can. But those are the people, you know, Rob, I don't see people like that. There's got to come in, who's been said out, Dom again. And that's the frustration. Dom's been in and out, and things like that. And some other people will be, because, hey, I'm looking for that right winning compliment. I'm looking for a performance. I can smile for once, you know, and enjoy watching back. And there haven't been too many of them this season so far. So, you know, Doncaster have gone very close today, and they've been mighty disappointed because they were in control of that game for 70 odd minutes and then lost it at the end. So, you know, they're busted up. When teams are busted up, there's a bit of danger. So we've got to be, you know, mindful that they're going to come and throw everything at us, and we're not playing up to them standards to just sit back and expect. And that's one of the things that just winds me off the clock a little bit, is that I feel at times we are disrespectful, and we think we can just turn up and we think we can win games. Then now you lay the foundations, build the base, and you've got to do all that sort of stuff, brickwork, before you put the roof on, haven't you, and slate it or tile it, and we're not doing that at the moment, and that's what we're looking for.